years I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I...
Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Turn 5. This is a special car review because it has a bit of my heart and a bit of your heart.
Yep.
And it's kind of like our first
Sports cars.
that we ever owned. I had a 2001 Audi TT.
And I had a 2002 Audi TT.
Which brings us to today, where we present to you
The 2002 Audi TT.
this is a fantastic car. And if you know anything about the Audi TT, it is, I think, the closest production car that came from a concept car. That
Yep.
makes no sense, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you go look at the concept car, it looks like this, essentially.
So bring them back to the back of this real quick. Here's how you tell that this is the best Audi TT of its generation. You had two options. You had a 185 horsepower or 225. Dual tailpipes, 225, always all-wheel drive. This is the one to get.
Single tailpipe would be on the left, and that means it's 180 horsepower.
Look at the beauteous, the gas cap cover is fantastic. The rims are fantastic. The size is fantastic. And even this car has the red interior. I didn't really like it at first, but I do like it.
You gotta see it in person.
What do you say we take this for a rip tater chip and see how she performs if it's anything like what we remember? Or did we completely blow ourselves out of the water by buying Porsches?
Okay, now that noise right there is something I actually miss about my Audi TT.
This car is a smashing good deal for what you actually get. It doesn't have Porsche power.
No.
But it is a fun four-seat. 2 seats and a leather shelf.
You tell us if it's got 4 seats or 2 seats.
One of my favorite things about this car that I miss out of any car I've ever owned is this. The heated seats, if you want heated seats, you push it out, twist the dial, and push it back in.
That is way over-designed.
James Bond.
James Bond.
The name is McLeod. Chris McLeod. I like the whine. It's not the whine from the turbo, but the intake
So
that you get.
it just sounds really cool with an aftermarket intake.
This car has 168,000 miles on it, and I was very interested to drive it and see what an almost 170,000 mile Audi TT performs like.
It's a lot better than I expected.
It's a lot better than I expected. It does have 170,000 miles on it.
Yep.
So you do have some of that, but the steering is super tight. The all-wheel drive system feels fantastic. The shifting is amazing. If I had to complain about shifting, and you'll drive it in a second, maybe it's better with your gorilla arms. But where I'm sitting with my feet in a good position with the pedals, it seems like it's really far forward. I didn't remember that the last time I had one.
I don't really remember much because I've had 3 cars since then.
Yeah. Look at this though. Right here you got the cover for the radio. This has an aftermarket Kenwood radio. I remember the factory radio to be kind of a miss.
Yep.
So that makes some sense. You got another,
That's where you would plug anything in that you need, and it's also an ashtray.
Then you got this drawer right there. Then you got a spot for your phone right there, which still fits an iPhone. They were thinking ahead in 2002. Like, what is iPhone going to be like in 2022?
I don't think the iPhone was out in 2002, but they knew their phones were going to get big.
You can't sit in the back seat.
It's entertaining to watch a full-grown adult try.
It might actually be smaller than a 911.
Yeah, it's really small.
It very well could be.
I think, if I remember right, the manual says that you shouldn't have someone sit in the back that's taller than like 5'4".
I believe that. There is a lot of headroom.
Yes.
So both of us, I'm just under 6 feet, you're just over 6 feet. You got a lot of room.
Yep.
This headliner leaves something to be desired.
It's stapled on.
It could use a little bit of work.
But what do you expect out of a 170,000 mile Audi TT?
Here's what you'd expect. 67 or 800 RPM.
Yeah.
I mean, it has enough power to get you into trouble.
If I'm remembering correctly, the top speed limiter's at 130 miles an hour, just like all Volkswagen products.
You got a fun 6-speed short shifter.
Yep.
And with this car, you get the 1.8 liter turbo engine.
Hidden behind all of this.
And it's actually like a front mid-engine car. We'll open up the bonnet for you so you can take a look at it. But if you think about reliability, this 1.8 liter went into almost every Volkswagen group.
It went into Golfs, Jettas, Passats, the Audi A4, the Audi TT, and copious other amounts of cars.
Copious. Awkward high five.
Yeah, I'm a college student.
That was a good one. Let's get up to a point, show them the engine, and then let's get your impressions of driving it, see how much you miss one. But in my professional YouTuber opinion, it would be a fun car to revisit, and we could like build one.
Yes.
I think it'd be really, really fun.
If you want to see that happen, make sure to smash the like and subscribe button.
More the subscribe button.
Yeah, yep.
That one's also the like button.
Yeah. The like button tells us you want us to. The subscribe button helps us do it.
Let's show them the engine, switch out drivers, and get your impressions. Here is the heart.
It is the 5V Turbo Inline 4.
You got the dual overhead cams. You got an aftermarket intake, which makes this thing sound fantastic.
That's why it gets the big whooshes.
225 horsepower, plenty for this platform. It's quick. The power band is very generous. You're not going to get in a ton of trouble. Like we said, this engine's in everything.
There's parts for everywhere.
Well, why don't you take it for a drive? We'll see your impressions, see if you miss it.
Okay.
Like I miss mine. It has a beautiful power band.
It does. It's the perfect length for a low-powered sports car. Because you can't ever say that this car is like the highest powered sports car, but it's a fun car.
You know what I really liked when you were doing the flybys? Mm-hmm. The proportions on this car are pretty phenomenal. I mean, your Cayman has beautifully proportioned.
Yep.
But this is a little bit of a rival aesthetically on the exterior.
Yep, I would agree. There's obviously stuff that you'd want from it, but it's unique, and that's what's the biggest thing. It's such a unique exterior.
It is. And the interior is unique as well. It's unique actually to Audi products too.
Yep.
I mean, there aren't other Audis that have the cool heated seat, James Bond.
One thing that I love about the TT is they never stopped doing the vents.
Right.
The vents have always been unique to exclusively the TT. Like, forever. So they have the newest generation out, right? And it's still got unique vents.
Right.
That no other TT has. Or Audi has.
I love the Audi TT. I loved mine. I really love this one. I'm not going to go trading in any Porsches for this.
No.
But I could see us having one for the channel someday and do some fun stuff with it.
I agree.
What are your driving impressions? And compare it a little bit to the last one that you had. Do you still like it?
Well, the last one that I had, as you said, was tuned. and it had an upgraded clutch. It had a different linkage for the shifter, so like all this feels a little bit weaker to me, but it feels great still.
Would you buy this car today if you were in the market for like a fun sports car? Let's say you got a Miata, you got this, and I know they're a little different because one's a convertible, one's not. You got a Miata, you got this, and you got like a...
Well, you could get a 986 Boxster.
Yeah, and well, those are both convertibles. But would you buy one of these?
Yeah, I would debate getting one of these in that rivalry.
Because what this has and that doesn't is all-wheel drive.
Yep, you can drive this in the winter
And
very comfortable.
It has a fantastic, it's called a Halidex system,
which was shared with the first generation R32 and the second generation R32. Then it followed on with the Golf Rs, but the Volkswagen started taking it in to be their own more.
It's absolutely fantastic, and I had my Halidex changed every 30,000 miles because on the forums that's kind of what they say. And you need a special wrench for it, which I have. So if you end up buying an Audi TT, you can buy this one. So it's from our master mechanic, Magic Mike. If you guys are looking to buy an Audi TT like this one, contact us and we can get you in contact with Mike and his people, because this one is currently for sale.
Yep. It's Autobahn Sales is where it's for sale.
So we'll leave a link in the description with their website, and make sure that if you do end up buying this car, that you ask for the Turn 5 discount, because we will definitely work something out. I mean, you're not going to get the car for free, but it might save on a few dollars.
Yes.
Right? Drive impression is great. It looks as good as I remember. It's as fun as I remember.
It's a comfortable sports car too. These seats, I have the bucket seats that were optional sport buckets in my Cayman, and these seats are way more comfortable because they're
you drove this from Little Rock, Arkansas, all the way up to Minnesota.
In one go. Little Rock, Arkansas to Duluth, Minnesota.
So you can do it.
You can. And it's like 12 hours or something like that, and it's a lot.
Let's get one more acceleration, and then we will end this edition of Turn 5 Reviews a Car. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Make sure you do the awkward high five. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you like, and make sure that you just go and drive what you got and have a lot of fun.
Yes, that's the biggest thing.
We'll see you next week.